The BMP Group started more than 28 years ago in Italy. It's a group of companies, group of door companies.
So I would like you to tell us about the product as well.
Let's say door for airline industry. Within the group, I think the tallest door we're building right now, I think it's 30 meters wide by 90 meters high.
Oh wow, okay.
You want to have no touching, you just have to wave your hands. Some doors are more economical, some are more for the retail.
This kind of a quality door production would need huge manufacturing. And I know for a fact that you guys have a very big production unit in Italy as well.
We have about 12,000 square meters there production facility. Now what is a very nice thing is that we are really integrated. That means that as soon as, let's say, from the offer that is made by the distributor in our system through the order process, it's all through Zoho, and then immediately it is connected to our ERP system.
So how did you get introduced to Zoho? What was the first time you started using Zoho?
Well, I got in touch with SalesBridge about 7 years ago.
Okay.
So we had a need for a CRM system. I met Karl for the first time. Coincidentally, Karl is here. So this is Karl.
Hi, Karl. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Hello, Randon.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You're good, yeah.
What was the problem statement, requirement, and how did Zoho solve it for them?
Mainly the CRM system, unifying for all these companies, unifying the way in which they make their quotations, doing the follow-up of the quotations. And we're now at a point where a sales guy is in the car after visiting a customer or potential customer. He is now able, within 5 minutes, to create a quotation and having that quotation being sent out to the customer, potential customer.
We are here for the very first episode of Made and Marketed, and for that we are here at BMP Doors, Netherlands. I'm going to be talking with Dirk. This company has been around from 1997. It's almost 28 years in manufacturing high-speed doors in Italy. They install over 10,000 plus rapid doors every year. So I'm going to have a very fun conversation with the team. So let's go right in and talk to Dirk first.
Welcome.
Hello, Dirk. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Wonderful to meet you. And
Likewise.
I know it's a very short period that we got the shoot confirmed, but I'm so glad that I'm here to shoot along with you.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome here, and I would say let's start in the showroom.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
So I gave a very teeny tiny introduction of what BMP Group does and also what BMP High Speed Doors does.
Yep.
So I would like to know from you first on give me a little bit about the company origin and what you guys do and how vast is it?
Okay, so the BMP Group started more than 28 years ago in Italy. It's a group of companies, group of door companies. So in total we have, let's say, 34 different door companies, more than 10 different brands all over the world. And so it started really small with the owner, the inventor also, who start making doors, installing themselves, learning and getting in constant contact with the end user. And by doing so, learning a lot and make the door better and better. Then, of course, we start being more international, and today we are here in BMP High Speed Doors, the Netherlands, or Benelux actually, where we like to be very close to the market. So by having offices everywhere local, we can be very, very close. Very close to the customer. So
Okay, wonderful. I see a lot of doors here.
yeah,
So that's
indeed.
very beautifully, a lot of different colors and also a lot of doors. So I would like you to tell us about the product as well.
Yeah. So we, let's say, the nice thing is that the owner of the company is also, let's say, an engineer, and he has a lot of passion for doors. So I would say every time I'm going to Italy, he has something new, you know. So he likes really to talk with the end user. He likes to understand what is the problem,
Okay.
and then he comes up with a new idea. So and then it's on us to say, okay, how we're gonna do this? Is it an option? Is it a new door? Where we're gonna use it for?
Okay.
So I would say our let's say having this capability of making new doors, of creating and really solving customers' problems is is key. So what you see, we have 16 different type of high-speed doors, and it's really for a wide range of applications. So
Right.
it goes from clean rooms to cold storage rooms, freezer rooms.
So can you show me a demo of how the doors would work?
Oh, perfect. Yes. So for instance, here we have a door for freezer applications. What is specific on freezer applications, that on the inside you have, let's say, -20, you have ambient here. And every time somebody wants to go through this opening, through the door, that means the door is going open and you lose a lot of energy. I mean, automatically the cold air wants to come out, the warm air is coming in. So that means we're talking really about now cost per minute that the door is open. Also, you don't want any condensation, you don't want any ice, no ice on the floor, because that's all dangerous. So what the owner did, instead of a single leaf, let's make a double leaf. So I will open the door, and you see the two leaves are going open, and you have here blower units. So the blower unit, what is now the nice invention there is that it will take the cold air and pushes the cold air back that wants to go out, and the warm air also. So that means that where you have a lot of flow, a lot of energy leakage, while the door is open, that stops. So this is like how we have a model, we have a door. How can we make now for new application?
Okay, this is pretty much about product innovation.
Exactly.
I think that's also one of your USP, right? Why don't you
Correct.
tell me about the USP of BMP high-speed doors?
Well, I would say definitely, like you said, it's innovation. Having an owner that is constant doing innovation, it really helps. I mean, also he wants to be close to the customer, so he really wants to get like, okay, what is the problem? How can we help that? And then he starts already. The second one is really flexibility, because what you see is like in all those, and you see it also here, different colors and different windows. So every customer has specific needs. So how do we do, let's say, a mass-produced product, but still keep the flexibility? Flexibility on producing, on different options, and still make it affordable. And then I would say the third one, and that is being local, being close, making sure we have very good service, taking care of the dealer, because we work always with distributors. We are a B2B organization, but that means those distributors need also help. They need to be assisted. So that's why we have, let's say, here the location, but also in US and many different places in the world.
Yeah, makes sense. Would you mind showing me around the office, your store?
So of course we have, let's say, doors. Let's say this is, of course, is a smaller version, but you can have this like in quite big. So I would say within the group, I think the tallest door we're building right now, I think it's 30 meters wide by 90 meters high.
Oh wow, okay.
So so this is, let's say door for airline industry. I mean, it's one of the group companies. So let's say this door is now a small door, but this can easily go 8 meters, 10 meters wide. Then we have doors for special applications, and then it really goes like, okay, is it more clean room? Is it more food? What is important? Is cleaning important, or is contamination a problem? Of an issue? So based on that, there is the different models. Also, there is models where, like for instance, this is the clean room one, where you want to have no touching. You know, I mean, you just have to wave your hand. Some doors are more economical, some are more for the retail. I mean, so everything. And that is, let's say, the flexibility that we have.
Okay, wonderful. When I take a look at the entire product portfolio here, I feel that this kind of a quality door production would need huge manufacturing. And I know for a fact that you guys have a very big production unit in Italy as well. So tell me about how the manufacturing happens and also the entire process involved from sourcing to designing to manufacturing to production.
Okay, well, let's say so. You're right. So the main production is in Italy. We have about 12,000 square meters there of production facility. Now, what is a very nice thing is that we are, let's say, really integrated. That means that as soon as, let's say, from the offer that is made by the distributor in our system, through the order process, I mean, it's all through Zoho, and then immediately it is connected to our ERP system. So that means that I would say in Italy right now it's like about 100 doors per day that all are getting funneled there with all the different options, all the specific requests from the customer, and are produced there, fully assembled, packed, and shipped directly to the different countries.
Right, got it. Do you mind showing me around?
Yeah.
What's
So,
in there?
for instance, as we want to be local, also helping very, very accurate and fast. This is, let's say, the warehouse for BMP Benelux here.
Okay.
So as soon as there's something going on, I mean, yeah, they can take whatever they need from components and yeah, go directly take care of it without always have to rely on Italy.
So tell me about your team. How does the culture look like here in BMP Doors?
So I would say, and that is almost, I would say, no, it is true for all the companies, you know, that we like, let's say, the family style, you know. So that means that every organization, every unit is self-operating. I mean, that means it makes it a little bit more difficult for me because that means those people all have a stake in it. So I have to come and convince them and work together. Yeah. But that means that, yeah, it's every time it's a family.
Okay.
That, yeah.
So how do you maintain the soul of the company when you have such big expansion and also presence in 34 different places?
I would say it's really the people that make it. You know, you have families. I mean, a group of people, a team, and you try to help them, support them, giving also the tools. Because you know I can preach a lot, but if they don't want to use it, I mean, yeah. So it's very close contact with them. You know, and also very close contact with the owner. You know, everybody loves to go to Italy. And yeah,
you're telling me how the distributors have close connect with the owner as well, right?
Correct. Yeah. That is something that the owner makes time for every distributor. It's unbelievable how he's motivated and passionate about it.
Yeah, especially for a product which is in B2B category mostly. I think relationship matter the most.
Correct,
and I feel like the distributors have to be your closely knit community rather than just someone you sell to. So how do you handle that part? Because your target audience are end of the day from B2B.
Correct.
Doors is again a category. And then you come to high speed automated doors, which is a niche.
Yeah.
So how do you cater to that category, especially when your audiences are in the B2B segment? It's a little tougher as well.
Well, but that's really, let's say, our integration of software, you know. So all the distributors, they have a platform they can go through. I mean, we call it a configurator. And there it's really spelled out what they can do, what is needed, and make sure that we minimize the amount of error possible, you know. And soon as that is, let's say, something is configured, that is all captured then in our central system. Yeah, so that makes it quite easy.
Got it. Okay, so shall we go meet the team now?
Yeah. I think the team is gonna have breakfast, lunch. Yeah. So this is where all the magic happens in the Benelux.
Ah, okay.
So, let me introduce you to Mark.
Hi.
Mark is the general manager here.
Hello, hi.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
And he makes sure that everything goes smooth and taking care of the Benelux.
Most of the things, at least we do our best.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about the culture, what it is like here in the office, and how does your day look like? And do you have any tradition that you follow?
So, as you can see in our office, I don't know if it's the same in Belgium, because I think we're the only Dutch and Belgian guy who can work together quite well. But at least in our Dutch office, we try to keep everything open. As you can see, we sit all together with each other.
Okay.
yeah,
It's a real family, huh?
yeah, kind of a family. It is a family business, but we do our best to create it also, and yeah,
Okay.
funny stuff together. So next week, for example, we go to Italy with the whole team.
Oh.
We're gonna do some wine tasting, some Vespa touring,
Okay.
yeah, just to have fun with each other. And
But you had to sell a lot of doors to do that, eh? Otherwise,
yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will not let us go.
So Mark is the one that is not fully adapted yet to the Zoho.
Convince me yet.
But I have to say, let's say when I started looking to all the different companies that we had, and let's say there are companies on lot of different levels, you know. So you have companies that are, let's say, just are Excel companies. Let's put it that way. They are that fully integrated. This one is one that is fully integrated. So I could actually learn a lot from Mark, how he integrated and what were the different things. Now the nice thing for me was that the openness of his system and the openness of Zoho, I could connect them immediately.
So how did you get introduced to Zoho? When was the first time you started using Zoho?
Well, I got in touch with SalesBridge about 7 years ago.
Okay.
So we had a need for a CRM system. I met Karl for the first time. And yeah, the click was there because, you know, I mean, you can like the software, but you also need the implementation. So that's when, my first steps were there. And then when I joined the BMP group, where I understood that, let's make 35 companies working all together, then, let's say, what are we going to use? So, of course, talking again with Karl was one of the things top of my mind to do this. And let's say, coincidentally, Karl is here. So, this is Karl.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Hello again, Dirk.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You again, yeah.
So I think I'm getting too old, long relationship, you know, got a 7 years of bond, friends and partners or colleagues together in one frame.
Exact, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think we have the same mindset.
Indeed,
that
yes.
We want to make sales happen, make companies grow, and
Okay.
we have a common ground on that.
Okay. He told about his POV of how he got introduced to Zoho as SalesBridge. Now you tell us how you met BMP Doors and how has your first introduction been and how is it going so far?
Well, I know Dirk from the company he worked before, and we had a very good track there. And then Dirk suddenly switched towards BMP after he was, I would say, demanded. But your current, the big chief of BMP called you and said, "I have an issue in the States. Can you help me out?"
Okay.
And then Dirk called on me and said, "Karl, we need a blueprint for our expansion, and we want to collaborate and make all the different companies collaborate." And in the meantime, BMP Doors has acquired many brands worldwide, and every time again we've been able to replicate the basic blueprint that we set up from the start as the framework for growth, and that works perfectly. That works
Correct,
perfectly.
yep, indeed. Yeah.
To such an extent that we had a small conversation earlier about, for instance, we were talking about IoT, that you have big ideas about IoT, and said, okay, but we can have a look and see if we can integrate the idea of IoT within the CRM system to enable marketing automation, to enable cross-selling, upselling, using the data as a driver for upsell and cross-sell. And that's what we can do with marketing automation.
Okay, wonderful. And what's the one thing that you like about each other and one thing that you don't like about each other, since you guys know each other for 7 years now?
Oh, that is...
There's nothing about don't liking. There's a good chemistry. I think what I like about Dirk is very hands-on. He's a guy who can say, this is the plan, and we'll stick to the plan. Sometimes you meet customers that say, okay, we shift the plan, and then it goes nowhere. And Dirk was very dedicated and very, I would say, in a positive way, stubborn to keep things keeps going. that's what I particularly like, and this has enabled us also in the expansion. Yeah.
And what I like on college is a can-do mentality, you know. So when we have an issue, when there is something, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call Karl. I mean, and he found a solution, you know. And that's important, you know, because let's say as we are growing, I mean, you always find new issues or new things that are, and you want to solve them. And I prefer to solve them yesterday. Well, it's not always possible, but then let's say definitely when it goes to the implementation or it goes to Zoho, I think my go-to is Karl. Karl, hey, we have this issue. Can you think? And he's like, okay, give me a couple minutes and let me think about it. Let's see who I can contact. What, yeah, and we make it happen. And that's yeah.
And if it's not possible directly, we'll try to find a way and a workaround.
Because of course, we're creating a blueprint and then you implement it in different countries and you are amazed that other countries say like, yeah, we do it that way, but, and with the but, then that's where it starts, you know? And on one hand, we want to still use the blueprint. On the other hand, we have to be local too, you know? So we have to adapt, we have to understand, okay, UK is different than France, you know? So different business is done a little bit different, you know? They want to have a signature first, they want to have a signature behind, whatever. I mean, and yeah.
Absolutely. If you want to make it work locally, you have to, well, implementing a software in new environments, the biggest change is sometimes is just a cultural change. It's having to work with a system that is being pushed top down, I would say, towards a different towards a specific company. And if you are not giving the people that need to work with the new software, giving them some slack, and having the opportunity to work in the way that they have been used to work within the mainframe and within the framework that we've decided on, then it becomes a problem. And that's where we have a very good understanding.
So, just to give an introduction to our audience, Karl has been the man of the hour for me because I came up with a bizarre idea, very short duration of time as well. And I was like, Karl, I need to make this happen. So we got on a very quick video conference and I told him that this is the plan and we would like to have some interactive, discussion with manufacturing companies. And if there anything that you know, please let me know. And he was like, let's make this happen. And we met, I think a couple of days back and we are sitting here for a shoot at BMP Doors and it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for Karl. So thank you so much for that first.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Okay, so we understood about everything about how BMP Doors functions, right? Now you have to tell me on how did you start implementing Zoho for the company? What was the problem statement, requirement, and how did Zoho solve it for them?
Yeah. So the basic thing is, everything in a company that needs to grow, that wants to expand is sales. And if you're acquiring new companies that are in a particular business, it is obvious that sometimes they will have the same customers. There will be an overlap of customers. There will be competing products, competing companies merging. This is what we see throughout the process. Dirk has been very open, very straightforward about that. And since we have been working with him on another project, we immediately knew, okay, this is what Dirk wants. Dirk has a very big need of having good insights, good reporting, good analytics. So we brought in Zoho Analytics as the main platform for the reporting, analytics, and the visualizations of all the projects, but mainly the CRM system. Unifying for all these companies, unifying the way in which they make their quotations, doing the follow-up of the quotations. And we're now at a point, I don't know if Dirk has stated it, but we're now on the point where a sales guy is in the car after visiting a customer or a potential customer. He is now able, within 5 minutes, to create a quotation and having that quotation being sent out to the customer, potential customer.
Okay.
Now, in terms of productivity, sales productivity, lowering the cost of acquisition of sales, that is a major breakthrough. And we've been able to do that by standardizing the approach. And Zoho CRM is the perfect playground to standardize these approaches for many different divisions. If you have one company, 5 company, 10, 20, 30, 35, like in the case we are now, we've been able to create one master and then just copying the same process. Enabling also these individual organizations, like I said, being themselves within the framework that we've foreseen for them, right? If you want some local changes, it's perfectly doable with Zoho CRM, and this speeds up also the change process within the different organizations. So we know that BMP is still looking at expanding, taking over other partners, and yeah, it's obvious that we will have a very nice time in just implementing and fine-tuning it for the local new organization that's joining the group.
Right. Would you want to give us a few examples of customizations that you had to do for BMP doors? It would be very helpful for anybody who's watching the video.
Yeah. So the basic thing is they have a very large range of products, standardizing them. They had a specific configure to quote application that they have. We've been able to connect Zoho CRM through the APIs with that particular application that they have. This is something that's very tailored to their specific approach. It was there, it was in place. Dirk was very happy with using it. And what we have done is we've created the connection. So all the data that is being created within the quotation application is now being pushed back to CRM, where the CRM becomes the center of reality, the center of truth, only point of truth for all the customer information, regardless of in which organization the data has been produced or the quotation has been made. That is something that's so particular. And this approach, because of this literally thousands different of products and references they have throughout all the 35 different branches, that was a complexity that we've been able to manage within Zoho CRM. That was very dedicated. So it doesn't matter if your organization has a legacy system that exists, as long as there is an API connection, we can build whatever the customer is dreaming about.
Okay, how long did this implementation take when you started out? And to get the company to completely migrate to Zoho and also to get it up and running, how long was the...
Yeah, well, I have to admit it has been an incremental process. So we started with a minimal viable project.
Okay.
And based on that project, we've been building add-ons, and we've been enlarging the scope of the project also, because sometimes when you take over a company and there's specific need and the need is interesting for the rest of the group, we've been taking over that need within the framework of the CRM, and we've added that. So it's been growing. But I think the first steps we made from the basic product process information and the requirement analysis, all between that point and being up and running, I think it was 3 months. So it was a very short, very short period.
Okay.
And then obviously, we work with sandboxes. We create a functionality that we want to add on. We thoroughly test it. We submit it to the different teams that are working with it. And once we get the go, we just need to put we have to put the new features we bring in the live account, and that's it. And that's the way how we progress in the project.
Okay, wonderful. After interacting with you, one thing I get to know is Zoho is not run by just the people who are working in it, but also by partners like you who build direct connections, especially localized connections. That was one thing that Dirk also mentioned, that having a local present partner who's able to implement it for them builds a trust. And I think you've been able to do that for 7 years. So I can clearly see that in the rapport that you guys share as well. So wonderful to have you, Karl, and thank you for making this entire thing happen. I hope to catch you on another video as well, whenever it is possible. So thank you so much for the time.
Whenever you're in Europe, I will be happy to be your host. So thank you. You're welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you. We've come to the end of the episode, and thank you so much, Derek, for making time for us. I know you were supposed to be in the US.
Correct, yes.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
And fortunately, I think we were lucky enough to have him here and in the Netherlands and not travel to US and be a part of this first episode. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. One thing I loved is I didn't have to do anything. You led the way. You were so natural before the camera and also leading the way to one segment after the other segment. So it made my job more easier. I was a little on the edge about doing my first shoot here in Netherlands, and so glad it happened with you.
There we go. So, well, it was a pleasure to have you. Also, thank you for listening to our story. I mean, what's behind the doors, the group of door companies, but also that we got an opportunity to show the people, because actually it's the people that make it happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meeting you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure as well. Yeah.
Bye-bye.